how do you get in and out of your car? Some people are actually really shocked and wowed by the fact that I actually do drive. So today I'm going to show you. Open up the front door first. That's what I usually do sometimes. And then open up the side door. Get that open up all the way. And then park my car. This is my car. I park my chair kind of angled so that I've got a good swinging radius when I transfer. And now, so I have mobility in my legs that I can actually stand to transfer. Other people may just do a sit slide, but for me, I pull myself up. So I would literally pull myself up and then transfer. So now this is where my core strength comes into play. So I would kind of use my steering wheel so I don't topple over here, and take the brakes off, turn the chair around, and lift the front tires in there, and then reposition myself, make sure I've got good balance. And I usually use this pole like to balance myself, and then I lean in, get a good grip, and then I grab the chair and the tire and literally just roll it in that way. Now you're wondering, how in the world am I going to reach that door? Well, here's the thing. I've got a husband who's really creative with helping me figure these things out, and so I don't know if you know what this is, but this is actually a painting roller stick, which he actually covered with duct tape to make it look cool. But anyway, so I just literally pull the handle with this stick and just give it a little pull, a good hard tug, put it back in my little spot there. Now, depends on how tired I am at this point, but normally I will need to bring my legs up because I don't have enough strength sometimes to pull them up on my own if I'm too tired. And then I get my legs into position because I have hand controls, and that's the other thing that I want to show you. So these hand controls are attached to the brake and the gas. So you got a bar here that goes to the brake, and then over here to the gas. And so I'm just gonna, I'll just start up the ignition here for a second. So I start the ignition. Okay, so now I pull the thing back, that is my gas. And then to brake, you push forward. And then because my hand doesn't have full strength, you see my hand is a little kind of weak. Well, I have this knob on my, and I'm sure that there's a more eloquent way or a more technical term to use for it, but I use it, I call it my knob. And I turn the steering wheel, because I'm only driving with one hand, so if I need to make sharp turns or just turns in general, my hand is always in contact with the wheel. Now I'm going to drive around town to show you how I do it. So I described this little knob, which I will have in the description, the actual name for this, and the hand controls which I'm using. So I'm driving, and I pull towards me for the gas. And then, well, I won't use the brake right now because the guy behind me won't be very happy with me. But so I'm driving along, and I don't even need to have my hand on it all the time, but at least just resting there. And I don't need to use this knob all the time. It really is only when I'm doing turns, because I do have enough strength in my hand to be able to do it. So when I'm turning, now I need to use a signal light. So I will grab this knob and, of course, do all of my mirror checks and whatnot. And so this is where I'm going to use the knob to turn. And you'll know how important it is. And the brakes. So I'm using the brakes now with my hand. And so, as you can tell, I can't text and drive. And I won't tell you that I ever have before. But, so here we go. This is using the knob, and now the gas as I'm driving. It's pretty straightforward. So maybe you want to see, okay, I got in, but how did I get out? All right, good question. Let me show you. I'm going to turn off the ignition. And I'm going to take it out because we don't want that annoying beep. And so then again, I lift my legs out because I'll need to give a little bit of assistance to get my legs out. But I do have enough core strength, again, to be able to hold myself up somewhat. And then I open the door. And now I use my balance against this beam. Like, this ain't going anywhere, so neither am I if I can hang on. And so basically it is just like a wheelbarrow. You just roll it right on out, let it fall. You don't even need to lift really, and just let gravity take over. And then boom, there it is. Lock the brakes in place because, you know, especially if you're on a hill. I've had that happen, you guys. Like literally, I've had the chair literally roll away from me where I've had to, like, you know, wave down some good pedestrian to be able to help me. But for the most part, when I'm getting out of the car at the end of the day, you can tell that I'm winded already because, you know, we've been doing some things today. I would literally just like transfer over and then boom, I pull myself in, and then all I do is just close up the door, and then and that's all to it. Okay, that is how to get in and out of my car. All the links to things that I've talked about, like my car, my vehicle, and the hand controls, I'll have some links in the description of this video. And you know, next time, who knows what I'll show you, but I want you to tune in because I want to show you how I do things in my life. Oh, and just how to overcome the fear of bees will not be an episode I share.